Aurora, a name that literally means dawn. While watching the sunrise from this beach, the province's name couldn't have been more perfect. But Aurora's name does not come from its beautiful pictures of daybreak. It comes from a woman who was a president's wife. This house in Baler is the birthplace of Doña Aurora Aragon, who married President Manuel Quezon. The book collection in this study is hardly original, but these photos remind us of the life and milestones of President Quezon and his wife, who was regarded as a social welfare champion. This memorial shrine is now a home for several artworks, but none more prominent than these costumes made from sabutan. A few steps away from the Doña Aurora Quezon Memorial Shrine is the Baler Church, known as the last bastion of Spanish colonial power. Inside this sanctuary, a Spanish force of 50 soldiers and 4 officers took their last stand against the freedom fighters. After a year's siege, the last Spanish soldiers were pardoned, and they surrendered to the new conquerors, the Americans. This nearby museum now stands near the birthplace of Doña Aurora's husband. It is now the home of relics from the galleon trade and the Spanish missionary work in Aurora, among others. But monuments, museums, and relics aren't the only ones that show history. In the town of Maria Aurora, a tree's hollow and branches has at least 100 years of a story to tell. With a circumference of 120 meters and increasing, this tree is considered to be the largest of its kind in Asia. Its hollow interior is perfect for climbing, while the exterior roots provide the steps for descending. Just like every story, Aurora's history isn't always heartwarming or illustrious. This breathtaking view of the Pacific can be seen from Ermita Hill. On December 27, 1735, those Pacific waves turned monstrous with a tsunami and wiped away old Baler. This sculpture portrays the few families that survive in this tragic episode by seeking refuge at the top of this hill. Tourists also have their stories to tell, such as picnics by the beach, moments of relaxation, or splashing by the waves. Gisit Beach provides a perfect setting for these activities. The kilometer-long beach is the setting for rock formations known as the Lukso-Lukso Islets, which are surrounded by a sea bottom and undersea reefs reportedly good for diving or snorkeling. Pictures in Sabang Beach are a bit different, where the main attraction is the sunrise. But come the stronger rays of sunshine, surfers pick up their boards to experience the strong splashing waves. Despite the several views for the postcards to capture, much of Aurora remains to be explored with its almost 70% forest cover. This trail covers a lush territory open for tourists to travel. One would see pineapple plantations, a view of the mountains, and fresh water gushing from a crystal clear river. Trekkers would have to cross this river thrice. the trail for an hour or more. Deeper in the trail, the rocks and the currents become more dangerous. But a journey's end has its rewards. Finally, we see the source of the crystal clear water of the river, the Ditumabo Falls. An unforgettable sight for tourists and nature lovers. In any place, the best stories are the ones that are yet to be told. For any beholder, the unforgettable places to see are the ones hardly explored. With much of Aurora still covered, there are more stories to be told than those we can see from monuments or beaches. And they will be more refreshing than the surfer's waves or the sunrise at Sabang Beach.